Hello, welcome back to Beauty Bee and to a 2 looks 1 palette video using the Petit Pro 2 from Viseart. Here is what the palette looks like. One of the looks is what I have on today. This is the second and more neutral look. There is also a more colorful, a little bit bolder look that I did yesterday, included in this video. And at the end, I will share my not quite first impression. At this point, they're my third impression thoughts on this little palette. So stick around. So I think that today I'm just going to start with this purple shade and sort of on this pretty standard crease brush, just start to define where my crease is. I haven't fully thought through what I'm going to do today, but I intend for this to be the bolder look of the two because it's a Saturday. No, it's not. It's Sunday, and I can kind of wear what I want. I wish it was Saturday. I like my job, but I like Sunday and Saturday too. Okay, so that is not exactly subtle, but you know, it's on. And let's see, I think that I'm going to actually do most of this my lid, this hot coral color. I love how smooth that looks. It's not crazy pigmented, but it's building up really nicely. And it's smooth, and that's really what I care about. Okay, so lid number 1, at least laid out. I'm going to definitely add something more because not really wild about the look as is, but we'll see. We'll see what I choose to do. So the lid is down, at least the base color that I'm going to use. I think now I'm going to go in with this pink shade. Yeah, let's go with this one to start with at least. I'm going to put this just in the center of my lid. Do a little bit of a halo eye. We'll see how that does not have as much oomph as I hoped it would. Let's go in with a wet brush instead. So I'm going to just get some of the shade. Actually, I think I'm going to go in with that slightly deeper pinky shade. Use some setting spray. And now we'll see how that halo works. Oh, that's much better. So I'm putting that over about 2/3 of my lid, sort of the 1/6 to 5/6 line. That was very specific, but you know what? Being specific helps sometimes. Okay. I do think that I'm actually going to go into that lighter pink now. And again, spray a little bit more on my brush. And just really hit the very center of that halo. That's pretty. I really like that. Okay. So that's the upper lid at least. Now I think I want to go in with my crease brush and get a little bit of the, why can't I think? I think I want to actually go with this, get a little bit of this more purpley mauve and quite a bit of the cream off-white shade, and I'm going to use that to blend out my crease. Just soften this whole thing up a little bit. Okay. Same thing on the other side. I'm liking where that is at. Now I think I want to add coral in the first half of my lower lash line and then purple through the second half. For that, I'm going to go with a pencil brush. We're going to start with the coral. I'm surprised at how much I like this color. And now we'll switch to the purple, the matte purple. Really marry the two sides by putting a tiny bit of purple just along the very outer edge of the upper lash line. And I think that is the eyeshadow. There isn't really a brow bone highlight, at least for me in this palette. For some people, this shade would probably work. So I think at least for the moment, I'm going to skip that. After I have filled in my brows and put on mascara, which I'll do off camera in just a second here, I'll come back and we can A, evaluate if I need some brow bone highlight or if I'm just good as is, and B, do the rest of my face. I ended up adding a little bit of eyeliner, okay, a bit of eyeliner while I was gone as well. And I do think that I want some brow bone highlight, and for that, I think I'm going to go into this yellow shade. This is from Kiko. This is one of their bright duos. This is one of their baked ones. I'm just going to put that right under my brow. I don't know why, but this is giving me very space age, like Jetsons vibes, and I don't know what it is about the coral with the really sharp wing, but I'm enjoying it. So now I need to figure out what I do for my cheeks and my lips because I don't really know how to play with this color. So let's just start. I brought out the Anastasia lipstick that I got in the same Ipsy bag just to no, that's just not the right color to go with this. Let's try and find my coral lipstick. There we are. This is Kiss Me Coral from Revlon. Let's take that Anastasia lipstick off. Oh, those are a lot closer in color than I actually thought they'd be. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep this pretty sheer. And I think that will work. Now, I'm probably just gonna do the same for my blush, just dot a little bit of this on my face. blend it in with my foundation brush. This. Take it across my nose a little bit. And then because this is going to migrate on me if I don't set it with something, I think I'm going to find a blush. I want my Tarte blush. Where is that? This Tarte blush, this is Quirky. I'm going to take that on a blush brush and just go over that whole area again pretty lightly. Not really looking to add a whole lot of color, just needed to add some matte because I would be an oily mess by the end of the day. So I want to add a little bit more of the yellow as a highlight. So taking, ooh, I got a highlight brush yesterday. This Ipsy bag is coming in handy. Taking this little highlighter brush and going into the yellow again. I'm really working to avoid that white because this white has quite a bit of glitter in it. And that's not what I'm going for right now. I love that. I'm so into this. I was a little worried that it wasn't going to work out, but I didn't need to be. Okay, and with that, I think I am done. I will see you tomorrow for me and maybe 30 seconds for you for the more neutral. Good morning. So we're going to start out today. I have already primed my crease and put down a little bit of powder to set that, as well as put on some concealer just over much of my face because I'm really red this morning. I think I'm going to start out with some glitter primer. This is the one from NYX. I'm going to put that all over my lid as well as in my inner corner. There isn't a super metallic as is shade in the palette, so I want to see if I can build up the color to something a little bit more intense using glitter glue. So, the color that I think I'm going to focus on today is this lightest shimmer. This has quite a bit of taupe to it. I also feel like I'm really low down in the, I feel like my angle is off. Let me fix that and we'll be back in just a sec. I think we're doing a little bit better now. So I'm just taking that shade that I was pointing out earlier on my ring finger and I'm going to put that over the lid. Yes, that is much improved. Oh, I didn't realize that I'm wearing the same shirt as yesterday. Not the same shirt, different color. Same cut. What can I say? It's a good item of clothing. Much appreciated. I like this a lot. I feel like you see so much more rose coming through than I expected based on what it looked like in the pan. I think probably because it's just positioned next to all of these very obviously rosy shades. That's really pretty. I like that a lot. I had out a ColourPop glitter to add in the inner corner as a pop, but I don't know if I really want it. Cool. Now I'm going to add just a little bit of brown, this one, to the outer V, and I think I'm going to use that to line as well. I'm going to take this little smudger brush. I'm just going to use that to really deepen up that that shape, put it a little bit into my crease. On both sides. I feel like it's ending up a little bit darker on this side than on the other, but hopefully once I blend things out, it will look a little bit more uniform. Close enough, at least. I don't know, it's Monday, it's early. I'm not too worried about perfection right now. Okay, so I feel like that's the eyeshadow done. Again, I do wish that there was a better brow and highlight shade in this palette. I can't get away with using the lightest shade. Maybe people who had medium to deep skin could, but I don't necessarily need that every day. So let's just put on some eyebrows and we can just speed through the rest of this look. Okay, so I've got my brows on, I've got mascara on. I wanted to try out this liquid blush that I got in the same Ipsy bag as the Viseart palettes. This is from YC Collection, and I'm just gonna dot a little on my cheeks. I am wearing concealer, but I haven't set anything yet, so I don't think it should disturb things too much, though we shall see. Never any guarantees as far as that goes, so I'm going to take my foundation brush and blend that out and in. I do like that color. It's not coming through as obvious on camera as it is in person, which is probably a good thing, honestly, because I'm going to set it with a little bit more blush on top, just because my skin has so much concealer on it right now. I need to put some powder on that before I become the biggest oil slick ever. So I'm setting down my face just with my It Cosmetics by My Pores powder, and I think we're good. Nothing too exciting happening there. For the lips, I think that this time I actually am going to use that Anastasia lipstick that I tried out yesterday but immediately took off. Yeah, this definitely fits quite a bit better. Also, it's the same color as my shirt practically. It's a little more purple, but I think on camera it looks really, really close. This is dry, goodness. I'd heard that Anastasia was not like messing around when they described things as matte, but oh my goodness, this isn't even comfortable. Huh. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Let's try adding a little bit of gloss on top. This is the NYX gloss in Tiramisu. It tends to make things a little bit more pink, a little bit softer, and a lot more glossy, thank goodness. I mean, it's helping. I'm glad that I tried a mini of that lipstick instead of buying a full size. I don't think I'm gonna be a fan of it. Okay, I do need a little bit of highlight. Well, at least I want a little bit of highlight and a little bit more blush. So I think I'm actually going to use this Benefit palette. I'm going to go into a mixture of Dandelion and Tickle, this one and this one, and just swipe that over the apple of my cheeks and then back, and then focus a little bit on my temples. And with that, I think I am done. That was pretty quick. Let's see, thoughts on the palette so far. I am impressed with the range of shades. If I could add one thing, I would make this, or I could change one thing, I guess. I would make this lightest shade a little bit lighter so that it could function as a brow bone highlight for me. As is, it is really helpful for creating a transition shade. Unless I were to use this coral as a transition shade, there's not really a great matte transition in here, though having this off-white shade, well, it's not even really off-white, it's a beige, is really helpful. I can mix it with any of these shades to get a transition. The shimmers are not super impactful by themselves, which I actually don't mind because they do work really well with either glitter glue or wetting the brush. I like that you can get either a really subtle shimmer or a quite bold one. I mean, this has quite a bit of impact that makes, I think, this little palette a lot more versatile. And just overall, I don't think that I ever would have paid $38 for this. I think that I would have been really, really disappointed in this if I purchased it for $38. For $12, I am super thrilled with it. I would say that if you can find this for the $20 or less, and you're interested in the color scheme, maybe give it a go. I don't think, at least to me, that it would be worth anything more than that. And with that, I think that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you'll consider liking and subscribing if you did. I really hope that I will see you next time. Bye.